Mayan religion. Religion was important to every part of Mayan life. The Mayas worshipped many different gods. Each day, month, city, and occupation had its own special gods or goddesses. The Mayans had a variety of religious festivals and celebrations. Most of these celebrations included human sacrifice. The Mayan Empire was divided into many city-states. Each city-state had its own ruler. His name was a halak eunuch, which meant the true or real man. The Mayas believed Halak Eunuch was a living god. He ruled until his death. At his death, his oldest son became the next Halak Eunuch. If the Halak Eunuch did not have a son, his brother would rule. If he did not have a brother, the ruler's council elected a member of his family to serve. Some historians believe that the Halak Eunuch also served as the high priest during religious ceremonies. The Halak Eunuch dressed in elaborate and colorful clothes, he also wore a very large headdress. Temple wall paintings showed him with large ear decorations, crossed eyes, and many tattoos. Many other priests served with the Halak eunuch. These priests, named Hakin, performed many duties. They had the knowledge of mathematics and astronomy. Some of the Akin were prophets. Some of them performed the religious sacrifices. Other Akin performed medical rituals. The Mayans believed that only the priests could explain the mysteries of life and death. The Mayans believed the earth was flat. They thought it was on the back of a crocodile that floated in a large pond. At another time, they believed the earth was the floor of a lizard's house. The Mayans' religion taught that there were 13 layers of heavens above the earth. They also believed 9 underworlds were below. They thought they lived in the 5th creation of the world. The previous 4 worlds had each been destroyed by a great flood. At the beginning of the 5th world, the gods created humans from corn. Many of the Mayan religious ceremonies included gifts and sacrifices to the various gods and goddesses. The Mayans believed the gods would give favors to them in return for prayers, offerings, and sacrifices. The sacrifices include valuable gifts, their own blood, and human sacrifices. In many ceremonies, the priests cut themselves to give blood to present to the gods. The Mayans had 3 methods of giving the human sacrifices. Often the priest took the victim to the altar at the temple. Then the priest cut the heart out of the living victim and presented it to the god. In another method, the priest tied the victim to a wooden pole. Then they threw spears and arrows at the victim's chest in the area of the heart. In the third type of sacrifice, they threw the victim into a sacred well. The most famous of these wells is the well of sacrifice in Chichen Itza. If victims survived the fall and did not drown, the priest pulled them back out of the well. The Mayans believed that the gods had chosen to spare these victims. The priests then asked the victims what messages they brought back from the gods. The victims received special treatment from then on, since the Mayans believed they had spoken to the gods. The Mayans also worshipped the dead. They believed the dead became one with the gods. They worshipped their ancestors at many religious ceremonies. They also built pyramids over the sacred remains of their dead rulers. The Mayans worshipped many gods. Here are some of the more important ones.